Everyone, the Pokemon fan 993 here, back with more FireRed Nuzlocke Randomized, stream number 5. So, first things first, before I start anything off, is that I have a, my grandmother, the person I live with and I help, is currently out while I'm doing streaming, so there's going to be probably a point within the next hour of the stream that she's going to, show up. And that means I have to help her get in the house. So I'm keeping my phone. If whatever happens, it means I just have to leave my stream for like maybe 5 minutes in order for me to go get her. To be honest with you, she might have just pulled up. Because my dog's freaking out. So let me just take a quick look. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I thought it was, but that's currently I actually just put some shit in the dryer, so that was what that noise was. But my dog's freaking out for no reason. So the rules for the randomizer itself are in the description. They also handle stuff differently in Gen 3. That's why below the thing you'll see special moves and physical moves have a split. So essentially, what this means is, normal type moves are automatically physical type moves. Doesn't matter what move it is. While on the other hand, fire type moves are special no matter what move it is. So the reason he has Fire Punch essentially is just for coverage. I also have a couple max revives up top. Well, there was 2, and then I lost due to some bullshit. So I decided to use one of my revives to revive my Grand Bull. But essentially, what we're gonna be doing here is, last time there was a Lugia on this route over here on Route 4. I can go back one time for it, but I'm going to wait until much later in the game when I have actually ways to grab it. So I believe there is a rare candy or an item up here. By the way, randomized Nuzlocke. Well, all that is basically that I randomized a lot of stuff in the game, along with Pokemon you encounter in their movesets, but nothing too crazy. I think somewhere around here is, because normally there is a rare candy here to turn to an escape rope. Which I suppose would be alright if I was in a bad situation. I have some decent stuff here. The thing about this game, though, is that because I have to be careful with what I spend for money. I think this guy just tells you, yeah. So this guy right here, for those that don't know, if I do... Okay, so in later games, you could actually check to see what Pokemon you had that you were using when you got the Boulder Badge. So we can't go through here yet. I'm also going to actually shift the style to off, the battle scene off. This is just to speed up the process. I think a lot of people already know, by this point, considering this game is over 20 years old, what moves look like. And it's just going to speed up the process in case I get stuck. Okay, so this is going to be your first rival encounter after a while. So this guy has, it's been a number of weeks since I've done this, so I'm not really sure what his mons are, but it's essentially 3 against 4. He has a fucking Moltres. Alright, that's not good. However, that Moltres is randomized, but the ability is not, so it means he has pressure. We can't really hurt him with anything but Facade, so we're going to see what happens. So he has Wing Attack. Kind of crazy it knows Wing Attack after all that, to be honest with you. Did not legendary, though, that's pretty good, so now it's 3 against 3. Level 19. Trying to learn Withdraw. No, I don't think we're going to do that. Yeah, we're not learning Withdraw, that's not a very good move. Next is Shroomish. Okay, that's not terrible. With Fire Punch, though, we have a better chance of fighting Shroomish. It's not going to do a crap ton of damage, but it's going to do enough. Yeah. I didn't think it would one-shot. No Spore. And I'm asleep. Okay, that's not a good thing to have happen. I'm going to switch to Doll because Doll has a higher speed set, meaning he won't go for Spore twice unless that's all he has. If that's all he has, we have a problem. Mimic, it failed because we have no move to copy, so I haven't used anything yet. With Icicle Spear. I think I might switch it back. It seems like I thought maybe it would save me a little bit of time, but it seems like it's doing that. I thought it would save time, but I guess maybe in this game it seems like the moves still go through. Well, Icicle Spear wouldn't, but I think it's better with the style actually on. So we have this doll is stacked, so we're good on that. Swift, that's not gonna do anything because we're Ghost type. I never really take the animations off anyway. I just thought it'd speed things up, but I don't think it really matters. Not in the moment anyway. Slash them up. I also checked one thing. For those who don't know, a few streams ago, I did a stream, but the game did not... the YouTube was like, oh, we didn't see that coming. We didn't see it. So, I'm just making sure I'm actually streaming. And I am. Okay. That's what I was worried about, because apparently it didn't show up on there either. Dog Game 574, that's going to get dog levels 21. Cacturn is the next one. We'll keep dolling. I'm not crazy about... What's up with you? Come here. Burger, if you gotta do this, you're gonna have to go quick. Understand me? Alright, guys. Let me kill this Cacturn real quick with Icicle Spear. I think it's gonna end the battle anyway. Icicle Spear hits 2 to 5 times, so... I try to use... Oh, I forgot Dolphin Insomnia, so he tried to put me to sleep with something. I kind of skipped through it. But we still managed to put him down. To me, that's not a good enough time save. It would be good if I was doing like a speed run, maybe, but this really isn't much of a speed run. Oh, he's a designer, by the way, because I randomized the thing. Hey, take it easy. You won already. 208 for winning. Yeah. Fame checker. Alright, so I'm going to have to go take my dog out because he's being a little pain in the ass. I'll be right back, guys. Yep, well, that little time just for a little pee. Dog's old, so I guess I can't complain too much, but... So we're going to change the style back to on because I don't see it saving enough time. It might save, like, if I'm using all multi-hit moves, but other than that, I don't see it saving a lot of time. So the good news is that we're still good. That could have turned out a lot worse if it would have been... Damn it. Would have been something bad. They would have had something really nasty that would have been fine, but the worst thing it did was put me to sleep. So we just heal that real quick. I also have a fast forward button on my controller, but I'm not going to use it too much. So, in order to be able to, I got to check something, but I think in order to look for our next mon, I think I have to at least, yeah, this is Route 24 and 25. So at least until I get to Route 24 and 25, I have to beat all the Transit Nugget Bridge in order for me to progress that far, before I even think about getting another mon. But I think... So the good news is that because Doll has Hypnosis, I can actually deal some damage to a lower level Pokemon and deal with that. However, if I need to deal damage, or I can put him to sleep in order to have a better chance of catching said mon. So the good news is that if I need to go that far with a mon that I really want to catch, that I think I can catch with the blue I got, I do have these two Pokemon here. The reason they're in my box is because they kind of suck. Or I'm going to hold on to them for a while anyway. So we come over here, you're going to see that I haven't lost anyone quite yet, I don't think. Also, I have made a habit of, when I do these runs, in order for me to Name a Pokemon. I've done that so far. But there are some Pokemon I haven't caught yet. So I can go back to them one time, but a lot of them I get to wait till after I get Fly. For example, probably Lugia until I at least get Fly, which means Lugia's going to be very low level, but they have the Verseeker in this game, so it isn't that bad because I can just rebattle trainers if I want to, as long as I don't get my ass whooped. And obviously I can't save. The only time I'm allowed to save, actually I'm not allowed to save, is when my stream starts and right before my stream ends. So these are the nugget guys. We're supposed to get a nugget for doing this. We're gonna see what happens. So let's see what happens. He's a doctor, and he's not even the same gender. All right, Bulldog. So this Louisiana, I think, still has Levitate. So I'm gonna double check that, but I'm pretty sure it has Levitate. Yeah. Okay. Ice Beam. Sometimes abilities change between generations, so Sod is my strongest normal type move, in case you guys couldn't tell, so it gets and by the way, Bulldog was adamant as well, so that's a very good nature for a physical attacker to have, but it's also bad to have Pokemon like for a how do I say this? For a Pokemon that's a special attacker. Good news is that very recently Vaporeon Hydro Pump, which is the first good move I can use because for those that don't know, Vaporeon are mainly special move, and that's the only special move I really have that would help. It's attack stat. So we're gonna go for Hydro Pump. Which looks weird when you're not using it with Blastoise, but that's fine. Vampy's down. Vape gain 265. Nidoqueen. That's something else that Vape can take on. Supposedly. Hydro Pump has a 20% chance to miss, so I'm gonna have it probably miss several times whenever I use it, so I have to be careful about that. Beautifly for the last one, huh? So with the Bulldog, you can use Fire Punch. Just gotta be careful here. I gotta start watching out for moves, what they're using here, because sometimes I fast forward too quickly through them. There's also the Mew glitch I can do in this game, but obviously it wouldn't give me Mew, and I'm not sure if even doing it would be even worth it, because I have to catch an Abra, and because the randomizer, I don't even catch an Abra on this route, so... Second. She's got 3 Mons. She has a Remoraid. Something I could deal with. Facade. 199. Has a Slowking. That's an interesting one. So this might not one-shot him because Slowking is quite bulky. And it's just going to do that. Okay. Level 21. So because the Pokemon are randomized, there really isn't much crazy things I have to worry about in terms of that. But there are some, because the moves are randomized, there is a chance that I just randomly get screwed because of a move. I think I include No Wonder Guard in the randomizer, so I think we're good on that. Hydro Pump, that should deal some... I don't know if it's going to be enough to kill it, because Metagross is bulky, but... Oh, it actually did, okay. They gained 440, that's level 20. Weightlifter... Well, at least they got the gender right this time. It was Weightlifter Rachel. That was that. Number 3, it won't be easy. Swimmer Male Joe, that one makes sense. Somewhat. Grumpig. Bulldog's gonna hit it with... Oh, it had Outrage and it actually did some damage. I wasn't expecting it to be faster than me. Tailo. I gotta make sure I keep all my mons the same level, but I'm gonna try to avoid using Hydro Pump so much we're gonna go for Swift instead. Sonic Boom, that does 20 damage. That could have been problematic if my Pokemon were low on HP. Currently, my Pokemon get low on HP, I have to run back to Pokemon Center because, you know... So I think my Pokemon are alright in terms of everything. Yeah, they're pretty good. Also, in case you couldn't tell, some of my Pokemon have items. For example, Dull has the King's Rock. That's just because it's fast, it might be able to flinch an enemy. And then Granbull's Soft Sand, which basically just powers up ground type moves. That's why he has 2 ground type. I did Dig because Dig's a good move. It can avoid attacks as well, so it's good if I think I'm going to be in a tough spot. Vulpix versus Vape. Hydro Pump's going to one-shot it. 216 experience. Weightlifter Charmeleon. Actually, get a lot of Pokemon are weak to water, and that works for me. But unfortunately, I just used Vape's last Hydro Pump, so I have to be careful. Vape did grow to level 21 as well, though. See, my phone went off. I want to make sure it's not someone trying to text me. It is not. It's just a Gmail notification. Yeah. I lost 2. Actually, hang on a second. That notification was slightly concerning. Let me check. Okay. I have an account somewhere, and they told me a few days ago that someone got in my account. I was like, nope, they can't have that. I want to make sure someone didn't get into it again after I changed my password and shit. Okay, number 5, I'll stomp you. Let's see what happens. He has a Nidoran female. So we can't use Hydro Pokemon anymore, that's fine. So it's not going to be enough. Sonic Boom again. Smoke Screen. It's not going to matter with Swift. 226 experience. I'm sure Kate was defeated. So before we fight the final guy, there's going to be, he's going to give us an item, which I'm not sure is going to be the nugget, but it's going to be something, and then he's going to want to fight me. So we got the nugget. So he's basically, the Team Rocket is going to ask me about us joining Team Rocket. We're going to say no by default. This is interesting. So, with Doll, I believe its physical attack is much higher than special. Yeah, so Slash is our best option here. Mud Shot. Speed went down, okay. Pin Missile. Interesting. Nothing too crazy, though. I was waiting for one of them to have Explosion. You know? Just because. Oh, he has a one of his own as well. I'm going to keep Bayonet in here. I don't think it's going to know any moves that are like that, but I can use, the only thing is Icicle Spear and Blizzard are both special moves, so it's not going to do as much damage. But I did manage to hit that Blizzard. Alright, that's enough. I was worried there for a second because Doll might have had a Ghost type move at one point, and that would have been a very bad thing for me to have. Although if it was a Ghost type move, I probably wouldn't have got rid of it. Duraleo was defeated, and I was clearly a Team Rocket member. With your to be a top leader Team Rocket. Okay. So they got all that out of the way. There is one more trainer here that we can fight. We're going to do that, and then we're going to go heal because I want to be able to deal with the first one we have here properly. We're going to get the trainer away, so I don't have to run into him later. That's how you perform the Mew glitch, by the way, is with that trainer and an Abra, but we don't know where Abra is, so we're going to just assume that Fisher Jocelyn. I don't know if that's a male or female. Okay, Slowking, Swift, Crunch, Defense Fell, Work 92, Armaldo. That's interesting. We're going to switch to the Bulldog here. That's just to lower its attack, and then we have Magnitude and Dig, so we're going to go for Magnitude. Magnitude 7, so that does base 70 damage. Blast Burn. That could have been bad if that was a physical move. The good news is that if he can't attack Nestor because he used Blast Burn. Bulldog's level 22 now. And Fisher Jocelyn was defeated. So, we can check what Pokemon is here, and we decide if we want to catch it or not. We're going to keep Babe up front, but we're going to run back to the Pokemon Center. We're going to, then we're going to, deal with the Pokemon that's possibly on that route. Alright, so oh, hang on, let's grab this item here first. What is this? TM17 with Protect in it. That's pretty good. Wait, is that Protect or did the game not randomize that? Let me make sure that's actually Protect. It is Protect, alright, cool. Holding off on a lot of teaching a lot of TMs in case I need them later. So let's see, what's the first one we encounter here? That's what we're going to try to catch. Okay, Lotad, that's interesting. It's a grass and water type. Which means he's not hurt against the normal tropes for water types like electric or fire because he's dual. That might be a good Pokemon to have. Bag. How's my Pokeballs look? Do I even have any? I don't have a single Pokeball. Okay, that's not going to work then. So clearly we have to catch a Lotad, but we have to go... How much money do we have? We probably don't have shit, do we? No, we have $2,000. And I have 2 Nuggets now as well, so... I could probably sell those for some Pokeballs. I don't know if we can get Ultra Balls yet, or Great Balls yet. Not, but it would be good if we could. But I don't think we get Ultra Balls, or... my bad, Great Balls until we get to Vermilion. So we're going to check. We can buy Zero Potions, but that's not really good. So we're going to buy... I'm basically going to max out my money on Pokeballs. I have Nuggets I can spend if I absolutely need, but I'm kind of saving those for emergency funds. So I think I have 2 of them now. No, I have 1. So that sells for 5,000 Pokédollars. Considering this is just a Lotad, I can't imagine it being that much of a problem. But it is level 10, meaning maybe catching it full health is not going to work. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I can really do to it. You know what I could do? I could hit it with Hydro Pump. It's a risk, I Sweet Kiss as well. You know what I could do? I could hit it with Sweet Kiss. Let it damage itself a few turns and then see what happens after that. Assuming that this even works, because if Lotad has something really strong, then we're going to have a problem. So let's see what happens. First of all, we're going to probably not encounter Lotad again. There's other Pokemon in here. There's a Swalot. That would have been good to have for a poison type. Krabby. Typhlosion. Christ. Moltres. God damn it. Typhlosion again. Swalot again. Are we not going to encounter Lotad at all now? It must have been a rare encounter or some shit. We might not be able to find Lotad again. There's a lot of Pokemon on this route. Or in this patch of grass. God damn, how many are in this grass? There's a lot of them. Can't escape. Just be careful. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go Sweet Kiss. Sweet Kiss causes confusion, which may cause it to hurt itself, so we're gonna see what happens. Rock Tomb. Okay, that's not too bad. False Swipe. That could be interesting. Eruption. It's interesting as well. Okay. He is down in the yellow now, so now we can use Hypnosis. Eruption does good if you have high HP, other than that, it doesn't really do much of anything. So we're going to put it to sleep now, and now we should be able to catch it, I would think. If he has False Swipe, we're able to catch it. This might be good for me to hold on to False Swipe so I don't have to worry about killing another opposing Pokemon. We caught it. Let's hope we have a good nature and everything, because it could be good or bad. He had some pretty decent moves. Lotad, don't really care, so we're going to call him... Well, this is an easy one. Let's call him Lily, short for Lily Pad, and it's a female. I think I'm going to do it with only one Y, or one L, so... Alright. So let's look at Lily now. Wax Nature. Sets are pretty even. Swift Swim and Rain. Eruption, False, Rock Tomb, and False Swipe. So, Eruption's a special. Rock is a physical, and Normal's a physical. So he's more of a physical user. But he has more... Okay. I think I can make this work. I think Lotad evolves normally. So, it's going to be interesting because... I don't... Do I have one yet? I don't. Okay. This Lotad could be good at a few things. I'm going to actually look through my TMs real quick and just see if there's anything it can learn. It could learn Bullet Seed. That's not anything crazy. Rock Tomb, Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb's a... No. So the only move I could learn that'd be physical, that would work with its special attack would be Bullet Seed. I think Lotad's still usable though, so we're gonna give it a shot. Eruption could be really good if I'm countering certain Pokemon. False Swipe would help me against Lugia too, but I still don't think we have enough strong enough Pokeballs, so we're not gonna do that. So what items do I have? Do I have anything that would help with its moves? Nugget, Moonstone, Awakening, Lava Herb. No, doesn't look like it. What's the other? Okay, he has a King's Rock, and the other one has a... Okay. Nothing crazy on that end. But we could probably use... We just gotta be careful he doesn't die. So, for a minute, we're gonna actually have Lily up front, but we're gonna swap it out. I don't know when you get the Versus Seeker, so this makes it a little bit more difficult. Means I have to level up all the Pokemon. I'm actually gonna go back to the left side here. We're gonna level up here. I don't think there's anything too crazy in this other than the Lugia. So we have to be careful here because, like I said, I'm not familiar with the Pokemon here. Lugia 142. So that's going to take a while to level up this way. There's Lugia again. But Lugia will give us a bunch of experience for knocking it out. Lugia to level 11. They've gained 125. Lily could do something against that, but I'm not gonna risk that. No PP left for Hydro, but that's fine. I think I'm gonna keep doing this till Lily hits level 13, and then we'll call it for now. Swagger, it's an interesting move. Uh-oh. Okay. I took that way too far. Dull was burned, that's not good. But Blizzard is a special move, so... Oh, come on! With the fucking swagger over and over again. Okay. This is gonna be a complete fuckfest. It knows 2 moves that are like that? Are you serious? Alright, I'm running. Fuck this. That was a whole lot of horseshit. Swagger and Flatter, that flamethrower too? My god, that thing was built to be an annoying sumbitch. Good news, no one died, so we didn't have to worry about that. Does Lotad learn any new moves? Like, let's see, it's level 12 now, right? So, if I was to look up, say, Cerebi and look at when it learns moves, it won't tell me what moves it is because it's a randomizer, but it'll give me an idea of when it does. So we're going to do Cerebi. Give me 1 sec, guys. Come here. We're going to go to databases. I said databases. Thank you, damn phone. Then we're going to look at the Ruby Sapphire Pokédex. That's the same thing as FireRed Leaf Green. Then we're going to go Grass and look up Lotad. So he's Gen 3, so he should be around here, just around this area. Let's see. Sapphire moves. Okay. So it's supposed to learn Nature Power at the next level, so it's going to learn a new move. So we're gonna level it up to at least that point, but we got to make sure we avoid the glue. And there it is. So we're not. Okay. So we're going to have to switch another mon and then run because, you know, actually now I can actually just kill it. Fuck you. 94 experience each. Damn it. This thing really likes us. Swagger again. Pursuit. Icicle Spear. Fuck you. We'll gain 62. Bulldog gain 60. I'm gonna gain 62. Alright. Got swallowed up every time. I forgot to plug my laptop in to make sure that it has enough power. Luckily, the game happens to give me several indications that that's going to happen, so that's fine. Switch to Vape. Payday. That's interesting. Then we get more money for that. We're level 13, so what did it learn? Defense Curl. Okay, that's not crazy good, but still better than nothing. 22 Vape. No, we don't get anything else, but that's another move that we have. So we'll tell you where his next move at, let's say, at 21. So that's not good, but oh, it evolves at level 14. That could help us. So I think I'm gonna head back because Lotad took a bit of damage from that. I'm gonna level to 14. Unfortunately, in order to evolve it into Ludicolo, we need a Water Stone, and I have no idea. I don't think the shops are randomized, so if I get to Celadon, I think I can buy one. So that's one good thing about us being able to buy stones like that. So Celadon's a bit farther out, but it's not crazy far. So, actually, let me check one more thing. Now that we know we're going to get its evolved form, which is Lombre, we can actually look at its other moves. So it's going to learn a second move at 19 instead. The reason I'm getting the Lombre is because once it gets evolved in the Lombre, its stats are going to change, which means it might get better, which is going to be good in this situation. Lugia. Push the Bulldog. Sod. This is a stupid move, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going for Eruption. Eruption will do a bunch of damage. I only lost 1 HP, so it should do a bunch. Yeah, okay. Lugia to level 14. Didn't get much increase, but Lugia's going to evolve now. So now we're going to look at Lombre's stats after that happens. Who's messaging me? No one. Alright. I thought I heard my phone go off. Make sure I don't accidentally hit B like an idiot. Lily evolved into Lombre. Now its stats should jump. At least somewhat. Yes, its stats jump to a good amount. Not crazy, but good. Ability still Swift Swim, so Eruption's still its best move, followed closely by Rock Tomb, and then False Swipe is not that good, but those are the 2 moves it has. That does give us an advantage, though, because that lets us deal with Pokemon that are weak to, Oh, that was not good. I could just run right there, but I'm afraid that if I do that, that means that if I fail to get away, that would have been bad. But, if I can get something like Rain Dance or something that would increase its speed, then having Eruption would be very good. That's why a lot of people use Quick Claw Typhlosion. Just real good at doing that. Alright, now they got that out of the way. We can go. There is one more route we can go to level up Amon. Now we have a lot of tools in order to actually help us catch Amon. So we need to go Route 25, which I think is right here. It is. So they can avoid this hiker. Excuse me, sir. Okay. This is where we'll find a new Mon. Hold your breath, guys. Let's see it. I just healed my Pokemon, so we're fine on that. But I am going to make sure I put Dull first to put to sleep. Assuming that even works on that. What do we encounter? A Psyduck. Okay, another water type. Hypnosis. Oh, it has Insomnia, so I can't put it to sleep. Okay. But Lombre is quite strong. Lily is quite strong, my bad. Has Whirlpool. That could be good, I guess. False Swipe. We're going to False Swipe it into Oblivion. Okay. Definitely good having False Swipe this early on. Pokeball. Caught it. Okay. So is it male or female? I didn't even bother checking. Male. Let me think. I think I'm going to name it Ace. This is just short for, it's Headache. And it's Ache, but I'm feeling like Ace. That's about the best I can really do for a clever nickname. Look at Ace now. Bashful Nature, okay. Cloud 9 Ace, Weather Effects. Whirlpool, Hyper Voice is good. The only thing that sucks is the physical move. But Hyper Voice is a strong-ass move, too. I think for now I'm going to keep Ace in my box. Maybe replace him with Lily if Lily happens to die and we don't want to revive her. We're also going to do one more thing before I forget to do so. First of all, we're going to deposit Psyduck, or Ace, into the main box. Next, we're going to move Pokemon, and we're going to go to the box over... Whoops. Sorry, I'm used to doing it a different way. We're here, and we're going to write name, and we're going to change this to dead. Basically, just indicates that the Pokemon in this box are dead, so we can't, so we don't accidentally mistake them for the ones that actually are alive. So far, we're doing pretty good. That's 2 new mons we have. We haven't failed anything yet, and we have, with Lombre with False, or Lily with False Swipe, it's actually really good. But we do have to heal Lily, because Lily took a bit of damage from that battle. We're going back to the Pokemon Center now. Luckily, since I have the fast forward button, that doesn't take almost no time at all. So we're going to keep going now. Bunch of trainers on the other route that we can fight. Just gotta be careful with Lily. Like I said, we gotta be very careful because Lily's a lower level than everybody else. Can't be as careless. So, Dancer Thomas, Manly Dancer. Okay, we have. Okay, so we know that Pinsir has Pin Needle, so we can't keep him in there. That'd be a very bad decision. Hypercard doesn't work. Oh, he has Rolling Kick too. That's a problem. Okay. Lily grew to level 15. Hold on, need 321. Espeon. I'm gonna try that against Lily. Okay. So we're going for a Rock Tomb here. Wait, yeah. Because it's supposed to have lower defense, but it does have... Okay, that's not gonna work. Cosmic Power is a very strong move as well. It lets you raise your... Oh, it knows Cheater Dance? Come on. Alright, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna switch to Fate. It knows... Okay, it knows that too. I'm gonna put Confuse itself, though, so we can deal with that. Hydro Pump, one shot. Good. Okay, Confusion is easy enough to get out of, so that's pretty good. Cosmic Power Espeon's a bit of a thing to deal with anyway. Swimmer Lawrence has a Smeargle. This could be good or bad because Smeargle has bad stats, but Okay, we're pretty good on that. We're gonna go Eruption one more time. Use Eruption when I still have HP left. They only have 5 power points anyway, so that's 340 for Lily. Lily grew to level 16. Alakazam. Okay, that's an interesting one. I want to say I'm going to have to use... Yeah, I'm going to use a Vape here because Vape has higher defense stats in case Alakazam somehow does have a powerful special move. Swift. Whirlwind. Okay, that's interesting as well. Okay, keeping him in, that might have not been the best idea. Okay, we're still good. If that was a special move, that might have been a lot worse. Bulldog gained 298, Vape gained 298. Some are male Lawrence. You're decent. How are we holding up? Lily's still good. I think I'm good for at least one more battle, then I'm going to go heal again. Alright, so he's got Dancer Jocelyn, Claydol. Interesting. It knows Thrash, that's a problem. But I have Doll, which means that attack's not going to do a damn thing to him. I also have Icicle Sphere and Blizzard. The reason I'm not using Blizzard quite yet because I don't really need it at the moment, and Blizzard only has 5 power points. So there's that. Hit 3 times, Lily gained 343, Dog gained 343. Desert Jocelyn was defeated. So like I said, Lily's quite far behind, but considering all my other Pokemon are Stage 2 Pokemon, I can't say that's like the worst thing ever. I gotta check something actually. I've not checked in a while, but Lax, I have to know what that nature is. Hang on. Open another tab in my browser here. Give me 1 second. We're gonna look. Let's see. So we're gonna look up Lax nature. Okay, so that basically makes it more physically bulky by lowering its special defense. That's not too bad. That could have been a lot worse, I think. We're going to head back now. I don't want to risk losing Pokemon. I've already lost one Mon because of my stupidity, so we have to be extremely careful what we're doing. Not take too many risks. Which is going to help me too, because in case you guys didn't know, I'm a huge risk taker, and sometimes it just doesn't work. I'm trying to train myself out of that, but it does not always work. Train myself not to be like that, I mean. Next up, I think we have to battle this... Nope, we already battled that guy. This guy normally has just a Slowpoke, so next time he just has a Horsia. So Rock Tomb's my best bet. It knows Dragon Claw, that's interesting. Yeah. Lily's still not strong enough for her to knock out any Pokemon that she doesn't have weakness in her arsenal. So Lily gained 150, Bulldog gained 150. Bulldog to level 23, Swimmer male Kim. My boyfriend is cool. Good for you. Snorlax. Definitely not something we can deal with. I'm going to switch to Doll just in case. That's normal time. No, Shadow Ball. Okay, that's definitely not a good swap-in. Switch to Vape. Well, good thing Magic Leaf doesn't do much, but we're going to Sweet Kiss. And then we're going to Hydro Pump it. Or we can just Hydro Pump it in the first place and would have died. Lily to level 17. Meditite. Switched it back to Doll. Slash. Dead. Condition Espen was defeated. Dancer Mallory. That's funny. Hariyama. Switch to Bulldog. Intimidate's gonna hit it. Sod. 255 on each. Doug Trio. Switch to Lily. Switch to Vape. Spike Cannon. Okay. That could be a lot worse. Hydro Pump. One shot. Lily gained 213. Vape gained 213. Magmar. Switch back to Lily again. Switch back to Vape. Lock on. Okay. So if he had any kind of one-hit KO move, that would have been very bad. 232 for Lily. 232 for Vape. He'll hit level 18. So in the next level, Lily's going to learn something else. Feebas. I think logically Lily could at least take out that thing. But I'm not 100% sure. Vice Grip. Okay, we took it out. It's not going to get much experience, but it's better than nothing. Dancer Mallory was defeated. You done got me got me in real good too. 468 for winning. So if we happen to actually get this guy down here like this, for example, we get here about right here, we can actually get that item even though we don't have the HM for cut. But cool guy, got a girlfriend. Nose pass. There's the Vape. Vape one-shots at Lily, gain 162. Vape gain 162. Electrike. Swap to Lily. Swap to Bulldog. Tackle. Pretty standard move. 156 each. Oh, darn. So we're going to see what the item is. I think normally it's like a good item, but we're going to see what we get this time. TM37 Sandstorm. Okay, that's not that good. Unless we get a bunch of... I think there's 2 more trains we have to play. I think we can manage this without going back. Electrode. Bulldog. Intimidate. Flail. Okay. So we have to make sure we essentially one-shot it, because Flail is a bit of a problem. We're to level 19, so she's going to learn something else now. Pin Missile. Is that a... It's not a physical... Damn it. But it's not terrible. It's definitely better than Defense Curl, so we're going to teach it that. That also gives them the defense against Psychic types and Dark types. That's pretty good. Poliwhirl. Switch back to Vape. Vice Grip. Rock Tomb. Frenzy Plant. That could have been bad. Vape at level 23. Trying to learn Snatch. That's... Hang on a sec. What is... No, Snatch is a bad one. So if a opponent's trying to use a move that increases their stats, basically this takes that stat boost from them, but doesn't... it's not that good of a move, as you can tell from my explanation of it. Weightlifter and... Weightlifter. Female... I mean, there are female weightlifters, but it's not a common thing. At least not to my knowledge. Then again, I'm not no fitness expert, so I guess it could technically be either of those. I did not know I switched to Vape there. I guess I hit the wrong one. Okay, that was Blast Burn. So I have 1 turn. No, that was something else. Still fine, though. Dratini. Lily probably could take that out, but I'm not 100% sure she could, so we're going to switch to back to Bulldog. Magical Leaf. Sod. Weightlifter and was defeated. Yeah, so there's a couple people dating here. Come here, this is where Bill's house is. So basically we have to separate him from the Pokemon running his teleportation system here. He's going to give me the SS ticket, which allows me to go to the SS on and Vermilion. So the only thing we really have to do left that is beat Misty. She's normally just a pure water trainer, but with the randomizer in place, I'm not sure about that. So we're going to speed up, we're going to come down here. I do have a pretty well-rounded team, but I'm kind of scared to put Lily up. But I think we'll be fine. I think her Pokemon are quite actually... damn it. Hang on. I'm gonna look something up. I want to know her. Her Pokemon aren't gonna matter, but I want to know their levels. Pokemon FireRed. Oops, I almost typed it wrong. FireRed. Misty. Cool. Oh, she has 2 trainers in there. I forgot about those. So she has a level 18 and level 21. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And she also has 2 trainers in there I can actually fight off as well. So she has a Starmie and a Staryu. They're both 18 and 21. So that's not that bad. The On has a Togetic. We can use Rock Tomb here. Decent damage. Speed. Oh my god, that could have been bad. He hit Self-Destruct and missed. I don't think I would have killed me, but that could have been very dangerous. Because I don't know what's Togetic. I know its attack is not high. Maybe I'd survive a little HP, but that would have been very bad to have happen. Can't believe he fucking missed. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. Okay, he has a Poliwhirl, so that's actually pretty standard for a water trainer to have. Attack goes down, bulk up. Okay, that's slightly frightening. He did it again. Is that all it knows? It had Cross Chop, but it missed. That is twice I could have got my ass raw. And by the way, at knowing Cross Chop and bulk up, That's crazy by itself because those are moves they can normally learn. I got lucky. That was that was luck twice in a row. I might have to clip that and put that like in a short on YouTube. That's crazy. Be a good short too. All right, nope, we're still good. I don't know why I ran out there. Apparently, I thought I was fighting the gym leader next. I'm not. All right, she has a Carnivana. Attack goes down. Pin missile. It did lower my attack, but I was able to kill it, so that's we're fine. 357. And ironically, we don't have to go back and heal now. We're gonna face Misty, which she's gonna be Artisan Webster as a Zangoose. Okay. Eruption, Rapid Spin. How much does Eruption do? Pretty good. Rapid Spin again, Eruption again. Good. Lily hit level 21. And a Giraffe. Okay. So we're still fine, but that definitely made me worry for a second. Because I believe Jirachi does not have Levitate, it's Serene Grace, so if we go for Dig, it has Harden. Okay, that's a slight problem. Yeah, it is a problem. I think the Mighty Oil has, though, so we go Fire Punch. It means that that's a special move, so it's not gonna... It got burned, too. Rock Blast. Okay, that would have been a problem. Okay, that definitely could turn out a lot worse than that. Jirachi could have had some seriously strong moves. Bulldog to level 24. I was going to switch out to Lily and get her some experience, but I wasn't sure I wanted to risk that or not. Wow, you're too much. All right. Cascade Badge, 2100. So we got Water Pulse, but I'm not sure if that was changed or not, so we're going to look. Okay, we still have Water Pulse. Water Pulse is a good water move. Actually, if Lily didn't have a water move at this point, I'd probably teach it to her. So, we have to get cut from the guy on the captain on the SSN, but we're still fine. So we're actually this is looking really good for especially for a randomized Nuzlocke in terms of whatever's going on. So, all right. So we also get the Dig TM from the house here as long as we beat the grunt in the back. So basically, they tore up a house. You go back here, and he's still here for some stupid reason. So you fight him. Normally, he has like a Drowsy and two Drowsy, I think, but he has a Glalie this time instead. Leaf Blade, okay. Eruption. Super effective. One shot. Linging 681. And Metapod, that shouldn't be a problem either. Okay, cool. And I got Lily to level 22, so we're starting to get better with her. Max was defeated. Stop. Give up. I'll leave quietly. Team 28, so that should still be Dig, I think. Yeah, we still got Dig. So if we go back to PZ's good toe, I figure it was lost is lost. It basically tells us to keep the TM. Wait, that's what he says, right? Yeah. So now we're going to head back to Pokemon Center because I'm kind of worried about us going through the next route with any Pokemon that are hurt. So we're just going to heal everybody up. Okay, I thought that was someone pulling up. That wasn't. That was just our heater activating. It is for May or April. It's definitely cold out. It's like 46 degrees. That is midwinter weather. So we have to be. So we have the heater on, and thankfully this house is so much better than the other house. So, all right, we can't do anything up there. I don't know why I'm coming up here. Probably I'm an idiot. Like I said, with False Swipe, Lily has a good potential here. Having Hypnosis, Sweet Kiss, all that, that's really good. I'm glad that there isn't a crazy variety of this. Pin Missile is a good move as well. Alright. So. I thought I heard something, my bad. So, in order for us to progress, now normally we'd have to cut the tree, but if we go through the house here, we can actually just go right through the back, and we can actually head out toward Vermilion. But there are some trainers... Oh, I fucked up. There are some trainers we have to fight, so... Alright. There's also something we can do here. And I've considered doing it. So, down here is actually a daycare. I could potentially give one of my Pokemon to this lady, and she could train it for me. I'm considering it. I'm not sure if I want to do so or not. Because, you know, when I can level up quickly myself, I'm not sure. I'd probably forget it was even here anyway, so I'm not going to do that. Alright. Nidoran male, one trainer for my Nidoran female. Okay. So the trades are regular, I believe. There's also a bunch of items here, but I'm not really sure where they're at. We're just going to skim through it. A lot of hidden items, I should say. So now we're over... Yeah, we're in Route 6. And this is a new route, by the way, so we can catch a Pokemon here as well. So we're going to keep Lily up front like we've been doing, and we're going to see what we can encounter. Here we go. Blastoise. I'm getting so many water types, actually kind of crazy. Okay. So this could be bad. Okay, it has Will-O-Wisp. That's actually pretty good. I don't think this false swipe shit is going to work. So we're going to okay, it's just going to spam Will-O-Wisp. Okay. So we're going to go Sweet Kiss on it. We're going to do what we did last time. We're going to try to bait it out. But with it constantly using Will-O-Wisp, eventually we're going to run out of mons to use. Oh, it has Aurora Beam as well. Okay. So we're going to go Icicle Spear. It's not going to do much damage. Will-O-Wisp. Okay, we have to be careful. Crunch. Fire Punch. Fire Punch. It one-shot it. Okay. Dogger level 24, so we can come back for that Blastoise. We have another opportunity to get that. So that's Blastoise on Route 6, right? Blastoise Route 6. Okay. Alright, so now we have a slight problem. No, we do have antidotes. So no one else would take damage, but that thing having Will-O-Wisp and Sludge Wave, I want to come back for it. I definitely want to come back for it. But... So we're going back to the underground. We're going to go all the way back, because I don't want to fight through all these trains with nothing. With Pokemon this injured. So we're going to head back. I think we can go back now. Can we? Yeah, we can still go back. Good. I was kind of worried about that. For some reason, I thought that was a one-way trip, but that would have been a problem. So, I think my best shot to try to catch that Blastoise again. If we can't catch it, then I'm going to actually run from it. If we get too close, because obviously I don't want to take that up. Sludge Wave, Will-O-Wisp, Aurora Beam, that's some heavy level shit. Will-O-Wisp could be really good against a lot of situations, too. To wear Pokemon down. So we're going to give it one more shot. If we have Bayonet up front, we can put Sweet Kiss on it, or we can put it to sleep, and then we can essentially wear it down with Icicle Spear and or Blizzard. Also, very high defensive mon as well. Oops. I'm hitting the fast forward too much. Now we're looking for Black. Shit. Okay, I fucked up. I went too far to the side here. It's fine. Pichu, Swablu, and Natu. Okay, it's nothing too crazy. Alright, let's try again. Blaziken. Good lord, the starters are out in full force, aren't they? Dusclops. Oh, a shiny! Oh my god! That's crazy. No, we gotta give it a shot. I know we can't use him, but getting a shiny in a fucking run like this, that's beyond crazy. So we're definitely gonna try to catch it. That's gonna be a no cap. It's too bad I can't transfer out of there. That's crazy. Okay, he's just gonna pop right out of that. Endeavor. Okay, that could be bad. Tackle. Okay. Now that's lower on HP, we can actually put it right back to sleep. So we've avoided two very powerful moves, and somehow we managed to, avoid, and we managed to get a shiny. So, now I'm going to swap back to Dull just to be safe. Because Endeavor's not going to work on it. Hypnosis, was put to sleep, okay. Come on. I caught it. We have a fucking shiny Cacturne. What are my... I have my rules written down. What are my fucking rules for Pokemon like this? If it's terrible, I'm not going to keep it, clearly. But Endeavor's pretty good. Can I fit that ancient? I'm going to name it Thorn regardless. So T... I've done this before, by the way. I've caught shinies in games that really don't matter, but So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to break a little rule here. I was not expecting to find a shiny. If this mon is good, I'm going to replace it with Blastoise. It's a stupid rule, but having a shiny, I mean, come on. Careful Nature, okay. Sandveil, Headbutt, Sing, Tackle, Endeavor. Those are all physical moves. And high threats physical stat. I have a Grass type already. Grass Dark, double weak. You know what? You know what? Now that I'm starting to think on it, he's not that good. But a shiny, that is beyond crazy. I'm actually going to take a shot of this shit. My phone, hang on, guys. Sorry, turned into a fan person. I hardly ever take photos, but that's crazy. I kind of pissed I didn't run into him first, because I would have kept him to use. You know what I mean? Oh, what the hell was that? I was like, we don't have a doorbell. What that was our dryer going off. So when I'm done with the stream here, I got to do that. But you want to know what? I think I'm going to go back heal. I think that's a good place to end the stream. But I mean, how can you end anything better but a shiny? I don't think you can. That's probably the best highlight of the stream here. I gotta clip this shit together, honestly. Use a free video editor because I don't have my normal video editor anymore. It's gonna have a watermark, but still. I wonder can you clip through YouTube Studio? I wonder if you can. I'll have to look that up. I'm not familiar with YouTube Studio, but that's still crazy. Whoops, not withdraw. We're gonna move, and I'm gonna put Cacturne at the bottom here. My thing is, I wasn't looking for it. Like, I've done a lot of battles, but if you want to get Tentacle, I got this before I got my shiny Bulbasaur in the actual Switch version. That's beyond crazy. Anyway, I don't think I can end any better than that. So I think I'm going to save. We only have a few minutes left in the stream anyway. I'm going to save. And that's crazy. I'm going to just clip those two things. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank everyone, the stream, thank everyone for watching. This is a Pokemon Fan 993.